One of the most commonly discussed topics about this remake are the changes made to the cutscenes. In particular, many people have a problem with the incredibly over-the-top direction many of the cutscenes have taken. And that leads me to Ryuhei Kitamura. As I've already stated, Ryuhei Kitamura was originally planning to almost point for point recreate the cutscenes in the original Metal Gear Solid. However, after he did a few of these, Kojima requested that he redo them in his style. This has led to much fan outrage, as many people consider his visual style to be excessive and not mesh well with the realistic tone of the game. However, I'm pretty sure Hideo Kojima seems fine with this. After all, if he asked Kitamura to redo the cutscenes in his own style, he probably knew what that style was. I've looked into his other work, and I'm stunned how much variety there is in his absurdity. On the one hand, there are mostly reasonable hand-to-hand combat scenes and verses. On the other, in Alive, there is a moment where a man head-scissors another man, spins on axis with himself, and throws that other man across the room while they are both doing 5 flips in the air. It is crazy stuff, and it's too bad I can't show you any of it because of potential copyright infringement. My point is that his connection with reality doesn't always seem to be a strong one in his works. And this translated very strongly to when he worked on Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. In the original game, the most absurd things that had happened were a psychic soldier who read your game saves, an Inuit who displayed some spiritual powers, and a man who survived much more than any normal man ever could have. In this remake, some of the most absurd things that happen include Solid Snake hopping off of a rocket, Snake picking up a sniper rifle with his feet, and Snake flipping between machine gun bullets. A lot of people take issue with this, claiming it's too absurd for the game, which I disagree with. Considering how many times Snake is captured, it's kind of hard to believe that he's any kind of stealth expert. So, in my opinion, it's a good idea to try to make him something greater than a normal soldier, especially considering the wall of reality was already destroyed by the Magic Ravens, the nearly invincible character, and the boss who knows you like to play Castlevania. What I don't like about his direction is that he didn't rewrite enough of the script. A problem with a lot of Hideo Kojima's games is that they tell you too little in too much time in terms that aren't always easy to understand, while also being unnecessarily preachy. I thought it would have been great if they had decided to completely rewrite the script and try to add some more subtle elements to the dialogue, but I somehow doubt this is entirely his fault, since I've heard he was only brought in for the action scenes. Still, I know he must have had at least some input in the dialogue, and I wish they would have revamped the game's cutscenes more than they did. Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes is Ryuhei Kitamura's only work in video games, and he only worked within the cutscenes of this game. If you're interested in his style and wish to see some of his other work, look into Heat After Dark, Versus, Alive, Aragami, and Godzilla Final Wars. You could look up his filmography if you want a complete list.